music, love, life.
A lot of times people say, you know, the reason why this is because of slavery. The reason why that is because of slavery or whatever. But this is one time where I absolutely feel like the reason why we're hyper-masculine and overly and we feel like we have to prove something is because of that whole buck thing where they, you know, they break the buck. And I think that trauma is genetically passed to us. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're taught it later also, I think that's gotten deep enough to where that was so overwhelming that it's not something that we have recovered from and may not for many more years. I absolutely believe that that's why we're always having to keep it real and we're always trying to be tough and, you know, the hyper-masculinity. I believe that is a real thing. And it's just a shame because it doesn't allow us, like you were saying earlier, y'all actually could have it bad. And it's true. Guys don't get a chance to really show our soft side about things because what do you look like afterwards?
Right. Like I'll agree with you. I do think that there is some of it based in that, because like when a woman is raped, she may lose a sense of safety, but she doesn't lose her femininity.
Right.
She doesn't lose her womanhood. When a man is raped, his masculinity is
in question.
Tarnished.
Yeah, in question.
Right.
I
don't know if it's in question. I think what he's saying, it doesn't mean that you're gay. It means that you were able to be broken down.
Well,
like
not only that,
it.
you got to keep in mind, like I think part of that hyper-masculinity is a bit of search for self. You know what I mean? Because I think all of us as human beings, we want to be our super selves. Right? Whether you've experienced that form of trauma or not, you want to be stronger, faster, prettier, better, richer, whatever. Right? And so when you've been broken down in that way, then you overcompensate in other ways, kind of like a short man syndrome. Right. Where it's true that it may be, or I do think it's in part based to, you know, what our ancestors experienced during slavery. I also, in the current day, our society doesn't take it seriously at all. We call when men are abused in that way, it's a joke. Right. We laugh. We did an entire Me Too movement for women and allow women to take the stage and to use their voice to get that out. But when men started to say, well, hey, I experienced this too, it was a joke.
Well, I think, you know, in all fairness, it did take that Me Too movement for women even was a long time coming. And for a long time, women were judged. How you look and how you dress determined if that was something you deserved. You know what I mean? So it's not like, definitely it's taken time to get to the point for people to realize that a woman doesn't deserve to be raped or to be taken advantage of or to be approached inappropriately based on if she's attractive, based on how she dresses. So we're just getting to that point. You know, Hollywood has all this baggage that people just now are saying, hey, this is not right. So it makes sense that there would be more to that story, that we would still need to evolve to get to another point to realize it's, you know, that we do need to take it seriously with men as well. I think that it's sad, and I can admit, I didn't realize as a woman, because my friend is saying, he said, Crystal, no one really cares if that happens to a little boy. It's not the same as a little girl. We try to protect little girls. Little boys, we tell them to be tough, toughen up, get over it. You're fine. You know, don't think about it. And you know, just all those situations were similar. They all had the same response that, you know, they didn't tell anybody. Mike Tyson admitted this for the first time. He's in his 50s.
Yeah.
You know, and you could tell, like we were talking about, even from listening to him in that interview, it was almost like he was that little boy again going through it because he hadn't gotten it out.
Even though he has a high voice, there's still a little bit more force in it.
You could hear the vulnerability.
It was definitely down a bit.
And I think with women, a lot of times, you know, I wrote this article because a lot of times